Hey Magnus, see what I got?
What do you have? Oh my lord! We finally got this? Well, if we have this, we don't need this shit. Okay, so put this down. Ah, yeah. What do you say we go take a look at this?
Show me the box. What do we have?
This is an Xbox One S, and the limited edition one as well, the 2 terabyte model.
Okay,
Smaller, sleeker, better.
I've set up a studio, so let's unbox it.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay, so here we are with the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
Actually,
Wait,
it just says Xbox One.
it doesn't say.
But it is the 2 terabyte.
Yeah, and the picture
edition
really gives it away, and the size of the actual box, but
with
it doesn't say.
the 4K and Play Select.
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
doesn't it say S anywhere?
Nope.
Well, if you are, if there's any doubt, look at the picture. It is the Xbox One S revealed at this year's E3 at the Microsoft conference, and we can probably deduce that this is probably a replacement for the regular Xbox One as we know it, and not an addition, since there's not really a differentiating factor in the actual name. But
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the policy with Microsoft is to pull up the Apple model and phase out hardware.
yeah, I think though, and
It's
they
still
also,
supported, but
Yeah.
they're moving forward.
But
But
they also-
let's open the box. What's in the box?
They did that with the Xbox 360 as well, so probably safe to assume that that's what we're gonna see. Okay, so here we have the box. I'm gonna like tilt it so you can film inward as I pull it out. Here we have some festive Xbox One. Okay, as always, you pull out the cable. Of course, no like power brick in here because that's internal this time around.
Yes.
And here we have the console itself, which is very beautiful, I have to say, but I've never seen it until.
I mean, we
Now.
saw it inside a glass enclosure at
Oh,
E3.
you did, yeah. So a little piece of tape here, and a piece of tape here, and here the hardware is. Show it here first. That's the dimensions. So I would actually
So let's see. Let's go directly into it. You see here the normal power
Pow-
plug because the,
internal
like you said,
power,
internal
power
power
supply.
plug. We have the HDMI out to TV. We have the HDMI in as well. So we
Yeah.
still have the input from
Yeah.
your cable box or
USB
whatever you want.
ports,
Two USB ports on the plug on the
Aud-
back.
audio out, IR out, and finally LAN.
Yeah.
So and like having it in your hand, it is smaller than the PS4, I dare say. Also here, a small button for connecting up your controllers, and this is actually a button now, not
Yeah.
touch. And this is a button as well to eject discs from, as well as a small USB port here.
Yeah.
One could imagine for connecting up controllers.
Yeah,
as well.
I know. Ben Glemner is gonna be very happy about that because he had his Xbox on the floor and his pets were constantly sniffing it, and every time they got close to the button, it was turning on and off and ejecting discs.
Yeah. But I think, for example, one thing that is the same. There is the 50% split in sort of the material here, but instead of like the very like rough scales you had on the original model, have these small holes here for venting out hot air. It is, I think, it is a very sleek looking console, very light. And hopefully it doesn't have the same problem as the PS4 have, is not enough cooling. Because one of the major good things about the old Xbox One console was that thing never set a peep, because all of the console is for cooling. Like the top, the sides, the back, the bottom. This, we hope, has the same cooling efficiency, so it doesn't,
Yeah, but we're gonna fire it up, play on the live stream stuff. But let's
Yeah.
see what's in the cable boxes. What comes with it.
Yes, let's do that. So once more we can confirm that the power brick really is gone, people. It is gone because this is the power.
Yeah, just a normal.
Yeah, just like the normal
European power cable.
normal European power cable. So that's very easy and very sleek. Here we have the other like big point of conversation, which of course what Microsoft says is the best controller ever made. The new and improved Xbox One S controller. You may see that there is not a lot of difference, but there is actually. They have fiddled a bit with the resistance in the sticks. There is like padded grip here for like so you can hold it better. There is of course like the major things they made better with the second iteration of the Xbox One controller. There is a jack
Normal
cable
jack.
out. Yeah,
Jack,
there
yeah.
wasn't that on. You don't need
No, not the original.
the huge chat thing you needed for the extra console, and of course just power and charging right there. It is very sleek and very light as well. Of course, the very same design that this has, you can use to create your very own controller with your own the color palette with the Xbox One controller creator suite, which is live right now. You can go to a website and design this hardware with your own choice of color.
Yeah, and we have a stand here as well.
You get a stand with.
Yes.
I think actually that is very cool.
Let's see how that works. That just...
You want to put it in the stand?
Yeah, let's see how it
Very
works.
daring on like a video.
Mm.
Prepare to cut.
Let's see here.
It's funny actually that they should bring the stand, because while Sony will sell you a PS4 stand, they recommend you not to use it because it prevents it cooling from one side.
Yeah.
But of course, if cooling here, here, and here is efficient enough, then you could very well have it on a stand without it losing any of its cooling efficiency. But it looks very good also as a standing console.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think it's better looking than the PS4.
Hmm?
I think this is the best looking like next gen console we have out there.
I think the white color is also helping you with that.
It does.
You have a certain affinity for white hardware.
Might have.
Mm.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to confirm or deny anything right here. Well, I do think that, you know, there is a thing with like consoles is these big black boxes, and Xbox One was a terrible example of that. So this is a bit like, it is, you know, the iPhone thing, but it is sleeker hardware, I think. And
Yep.
white certainly helps.
Yeah. Speaking of big black boxes, let's put this next to the original and get the original controller in here as well and compare them a little bit. So
Let's do that.
Let's cut that in. Here we are. So comparing these, just look. Not only is it way smaller, but also taking this into effect. This
Yeah.
is already inside of here.
It's amazing, and this is something that's happened in 2 years' time. I mean, you could if you just put it in the middle of the actual frame of the old console, there is more space on all the sides, and if you can line them up, as you can see from the broad shot, it's much thinner as well.
Yeah.
And yes, when you take the power brick and you stuff it on the side or put it on the top, it's amazing that
Yep.
is in here.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, that not only is this in here, this also has a 4K video player.
Yep.
Which this does not have, which this has to find space for. And
But like 4K video player, not 4K
gaming.
gameplay.
No.
But it does have something that they call HDR
Yes.
gaming,
Yeah.
which is one of the vaguest terms.
It stands for high dynamic range.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I
basically-
know what it
yeah,
stands for, but
yeah.
it's like that has been in computer games for a while. I mean,
Yes.
Half-Life 2 introduced it.
Yeah.
So,
But what Microsoft
but
does...
now are they pushing it on all games now? Or?
No, the first game to introduce it will be Forza Horizon 3.
Okay.
But we should stress that we have not seen any example of HDR being used in an Xbox game, but what they do say it will do, despite the fact what it has been in Half-Life 2 and ever since then,
Yeah.
they do say it will have truer colors. It's more like true tone colors. So, like blacker black, whiter white,
Yeah, yeah.
all that sort of stuff. Whether or not we can actually see it yet, we don't know. But the
Yeah.
developers behind Forza, Playground Games, says that once you, this may be hype,
Yeah.
but we should.
Once you see it, you can't go
you,
back.
you can't unsee it, all the stuff,
Yeah.
because
But
their game
stay
has it.
tuned. We're gonna be testing this out, and we'll get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Looking at the two controllers side by side, they're actually more similar than I actually
Yeah,
at
now that
first
we
thought.
have, the only thing is this is not a
Yeah.
separate panel on the new
Yeah,
one.
the top panel is different.
Yeah.
You have the grip here.
Yeah, little padded grip on
And
the
of
back.
course you have the
jack.
jack
But
that
other
you don't
than
have on
that-
the original.
But other than that,
Yeah.
well,
I
then
mean,
again,
some would say, how much do you need to fix perfection? But
you didn't say that.
well,
No,
I said some.
Yeah, but I would also argue that this is one of the best controllers ever made. Like, I do prefer the DualShock 4, but this is a fantastic controller. So you don't need to change much in order to make this. I do think this may be a little bit white again, but it does look sleek and it does look good. So if you like the Xbox One controller, this is just like a 1.5 version.
Yeah.
So
But there you have it, the Xbox One S.
It's on sale
unboxed.
right now. This is a 2 terabyte model. If you want the 2 terabyte one model, you're gonna have to be quick, because Microsoft have confirmed that it's only for the launch of the console that this 2 terabyte model will be sold. It'll be sold in 500 gigabyte and 1 terabyte models from now on and going forward.
Yeah.
So it's out right now in, I think, in all territories, which means that if you manage to find one, they are hard to find at this point, as it is with Microsoft console hardware launching. Same thing with the Xbox One Elite controller. If you find one, congratulations. We think it's a sleek-looking hardware, but you can expect more coverage of it here on Gamereactor soon.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.